Members of the firearms industry take the illegal acquisition and misuse of firearms very seriously. This is why nearly a decade ago, this industry, in conjunction with federal law enforcement, developed and helped fund a campaign called Don't Lie for the Other Guy, designed to help prevent straw purchases. Don't Lie for the Other Guy is a joint effort between the National Shooting Sports Foundation, the Firearm Industries Trade Association, and the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives.
ATF's partnership with the National Shooting Sports Foundation is paramount. The Don't Lie for the Other Guy campaign has been a very successful campaign over the years, certainly here in Arizona and throughout the country. Number one, educating the federal firearms licensees, but more importantly too, also educating the public to the efforts of the NSSF, to the efforts of ATF, and to educate them not to be caught up in any illicit activities, such as potentially being involved in straw buying of firearms.
Don't Lie for the Other Guy was designed to help law enforcement educate firearms retailers on how to better recognize and deter illegal straw purchases. Firearms retailers are the first line of defense against would-be straw purchasers. This campaign also emphasizes to the general public that it is an extremely serious crime to purchase a firearm for someone who cannot legally do so. Don't Lie for the Other Guy public service announcements are run on radio and television stations and billboards, posters, and transit shelters. They feature the campaign's message: buy a gun for someone who can, and buy yourself 10 years in jail.
If you try to purchase a gun for someone who can't, you can buy yourself 10 years in jail. If a friend or relative asks you to lie to a federally licensed firearms retailer so you can buy a gun for him, don't do it. It's not worth 10 years in jail. Whatever you do, don't lie for the other guy.
This message is brought to you as a public service by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, the National Shooting Sports Foundation, Project Safe Neighborhoods, and this broadcaster.
We work with law enforcement very closely. As trained business people, we look for things that, after a while, you get a feel sometimes of what might not be a correct purchase. You can't always tell if somebody is an illegal purchaser or not. But after a while, you will get a feel for it, and if things just don't look right or don't sound right or don't present themselves right, that's when we notify law enforcement as to our belief that this may be a straw purchase.
We evaluate it on an individual basis. We'll terminate sales if we think we have any sort of reasonable suspicion, like somebody talking on the phone, seeming to get instructions from somebody else. Any number of things, and we're all aware of it, and we'll talk it over amongst ourselves to see if it seems rational.
Through the Don't Lie for the Other Guy program, the firearms industry works very closely with law enforcement and firearms retailers across the country. With campaigns in more than 20 cities over the past decade, Don't Lie for the Other Guy continues to lead the way in the fight against illegal straw purchases.